They said it was an accident. They said the footage was corrupted, meaningless, or manipulated. They said nothing unusual happened. But the leaked footage tells a very different story. Menglong, one of the brightest stars of his generation, had vanished from public view in a way that raised more questions than answers. For weeks, fans and media alike were left scrambling for clues, desperate to understand the truth behind his sudden disappearance. And now, this footage has emerged. Short, grainy, disturbing, and enough to make anyone pause. It begins innocently enough. A public event. Smiling fans. Applause. Menglong steps onto the stage, waves, and begins speaking. But then something shifts. A subtle glance over his shoulder. A tension in his shoulders. The slightest hesitation in his voice. At first, it goes unnoticed. Most people watching think it's just nerves, a common occurrence in public appearances. But for those who know him well, or who have studied the clip closely, the signs are unmistakable. Menglong is aware of something. Something in the room that isn't meant to be noticed. Frame by frame, the footage becomes more unsettling. At around 20 seconds, his eyes track a movement behind the stage. A shadow that doesn't belong. A figure partially concealed, moving with precision. It's deliberate, calculated. And notices. Fans began pausing and replaying this segment endlessly. Threads on social media exploded with speculation. Who is that figure behind him? Look at the way he steps back, he's aware. This isn't normal, something is happening here. The same question repeats across every platform. Was Menglong being watched? The footage also shows him subtly attempting to protect himself. He shifts closer to a security barrier. He positions himself between the figure and the crowd. His hand touches the microphone, not to speak, but perhaps to signal. Behavior analysts who examined the clip agreed on one thing. This is not a typical stage performance. The micro-expressions, the body language, the repeated glances, all suggest someone is under pressure. Someone is aware of a threat. And in this moment, it seems unmistakably clear. Menglong felt endangered. The online community didn't take long to connect dots. Weeks prior to this event, several leaks had hinted at tension within his agency. Disputes over contracts, unexplained scheduling changes, and whispers of financial irregularities that had reportedly noticed. Some claimed the agency was keeping him in the dark about crucial details. Others suggested he may have discovered something no one else was meant to know. And this footage, once analyzed carefully, seems to confirm that something serious was happening behind the scenes. Experts dissected the clip digitally. The grainy quality didn't hide everything. Analysts enhanced the video, slowed it frame by frame. They discovered subtle gestures from the shadowed figure. A nod, a step, a slight hand movement. It was coordinated, precise, as if someone was intentionally making sure you saw them. Menglong's reaction is almost imperceptible. A flash of recognition. A tightening of his jaw. A slight shift backward. Even for viewers watching casually, the feeling is palpable. Something is very wrong. And the narrative only grows darker. Insiders who have spoken anonymously describe unusual events leading up to the clip. Late-night meetings. Files being moved or deleted without explanation. Strange instructions sent to staff, urging secrecy and compliance. Menglong was reportedly questioning these instructions. He asked questions that, according to some sources, were ignored, or worse, actively discouraged. The clip captures a man aware that his position is fragile, that the trust he once had may have been betrayed. Meanwhile, fans began examining Yu's social media presence for clues. Posts in the weeks before his disappearance seemed ordinary at first glance. A selfie here, a message there. But when analyzed closely, some patterns emerge. Timestamps are off by minutes. Certain images appear twice, slightly altered. Captions hint at unease, concern, and a subtle warning. Many believe Yu was attempting to leave a trail for those paying attention. A digital breadcrumb trail leading to the truth. And then there's the matter of the deleted footage. Sources say that within hours of the clip being captured, attempts were made to remove it entirely from servers. Backups were wiped. Accounts that shared it were deactivated. Even the camera used was reportedly confiscated. Why? What was in that clip so threatening that someone tried to erase every trace? Forensic analysts suggest the reason is clear. This footage contains proof that Menglong was aware of activities in his agency that should have remained hidden. The shadowed figure, the timing, the subtle gestures. It's all evidence. Evidence that contradicts official statements. And evidence that some want gone. The public reaction was immediate. Fans demanded answers. Journalists attempted to access sources within the company. Anonymous insiders began posting fragments of information online. One such post suggested that the figure in the clip may have been a senior member of management, overseeing Yu's every move. Another claimed that messages sent to Menglong in the days before this appearance contained veiled threats. And several posts pointed to discrepancies in reported schedules, suggesting deliberate manipulation of his public appearances. Each new revelation added weight to the theory that Menglong may have been silenced, or at least intimidated, in ways the public had never seen. Digital evidence experts also highlighted one unnerving detail. The clip shows the crowd cheering. Applause rises. Yet Menglong's gaze doesn't meet the audience. Instead, it repeatedly flicks to the edges of the frame, searching. A small, almost imperceptible exhale accompanies his glance. Subtle, human, and unmistakably anxious. It is not the behavior of a relaxed performer. It is the behavior of someone aware of danger. Even months later, debate continues. Social media threads are full of heated discussion. He was being watched the entire time. The agency knew and did nothing. This clip proves there was more going on than they told us. Every frame is analyzed. Every shadow scrutinized. And each time, the same question arises. Why didn't anyone notice sooner? The clip has inspired further investigations. Independent analysts and fans began cross-referencing other appearances with the same events. Patterns emerged. Similar gestures, repeated looks toward the corners of rooms, subtle signals that he was aware of observers. While no official explanation exists, the evidence paints a chilling picture. Menglong was not just performing. He was signaling. He was aware. And he may have been attempting to protect himself, or warn others, without directly speaking out. Meanwhile, the industry remains silent. Official statements deny any wrongdoing. Press releases call speculation unfounded and harmful. But silence, as is often the case, only fuels suspicion. Because if this were a normal clip of a public appearance, why would the company allow it to be erased? Why would attempts be made to remove all backups? Why would insiders feel the need to leak fragments anonymously? The answers are unknown. But the questions persist. Even casual viewers feel it. The anxiety, the tension, the subtle signals that something is amiss. That's the power of this clip. It transcends context. It forces viewers to notice, question, and doubt what